Well, what do you know, guys? If you've seen my last video, this just might be a familiar sight, but it's not the same exact sight. This is some different traps that I brought from home. This is about the last set of my traps that I brought from home that never got put in the water yet. So, because we were building these, and so I decided to bring them out to the camp today before the season opens up, so we could have all the traps at the camp and ready to put out. Like I said in the last videos before, it's a lot easier to bring them to the camp where we're closer to the water and stuff, so we could load up the boat every time we're ready to put a set of traps out into the lake. Also brought some other stuff that's in my boat, all the material and stuff, so I could fix the rest of my traps that need to have work done to it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna unload the boat with all these traps, and then I'm gonna start repairing and fixing some of the other traps that need to have work done to it. Also, I realized in my last video I never mentioned exactly what type of boat this is, because I know I was saying that it's a boat that's built for crab fishing, which it is, but I never actually said what type or anything. But for all you out there that really don't know nothing about crab fishing or boats or anything, this is a Carolina skiff, and basically all crab fishermen in South Louisiana, or just in Louisiana in general, use these type of boats to crab fish, use these type of boats to fish crabs with. But I'll probably make another video separate, telling y'all about the boat with all the specs and little details about that too. Alright, so here's some of my traps that have to be fixed. All these traps are pretty much ready and set to go, but basically just about all these traps need a rebar put in them. They all had rebar once before in them, but learning how to build crab traps and stuff, you make a few mistakes, and they, for whatever reason, they could have gotten loose, like just being in the water the whole time, water seeking through and stuff. But if y'all don't know what rebar is, this is what rebar is. This holds down the trap. To make sure that the trap doesn't go nowhere, you need at least 2 pieces of rebar in each trap, and to keep it down and try to keep it where it's at, because obviously if it gets too windy, the trap will get dragged all around in the water. And even with the rebar, the traps could still move around sometimes, but if you don't have rebar in them, then it just gets a lot worse. And also have to make sure they all got tags on them. Some of them don't have tags, but mostly all of them do. But definitely want to make sure you got tags on all your traps, and just in case you get stopped by wildlife and fishery. So start putting the rebars in them and start checking for tags, and that'll mostly be a wrap. Some of them might have to get a few new ropes on them and some corks, but it's not much. We finished doing a lot of work, so. All right, I just heard a really loud noise coming from this way, and I'm not sure if y'all could see it, but if you know what an alligator looks like, you can see the head right there. It's starting to move across. It's not moving right now, but it's about right there, right in front of where my finger is pointing. That should be the alligator, I believe. It was making like a really loud noise just now, and so I came over here to look and see what it was, and it was actually so loud that I thought it was a motor trying to crank up from another boat, but I seen its whole body sticking out the water, and it must have been like hung up or something on some like rope or sticks or anything for it to be out the water like that with its body up and making a loud noise, because I've never heard an alligator in my life make a growl noise that big. But that's definitely the alligator right there, right there where my finger is pointing. That's the alligator. It's just staying. It's just staying right there in place. It must have got hung up from wherever it was, cause I never seen an alligator do anything like that before. So it must have got out of whatever situation it was in, though. It's just sitting there now, so I'll turn the camera off for now. If I see it start to move, I'll put the camera back on and start recording. Alright guys, so if you look closely right there by the grass, there's a baby alligator right there. We usually have a few baby alligators that come around, and this one we actually call Marshmallow. I'm not sure if this is Marshmallow exactly, because they got quite a few baby alligators that come around, and we actually nicknamed one called Marshmallow, but might not be him, because I think this one's actually a little bit smaller. But I'm gonna try to get a closer view of him. His whole body was sticking out just now, but as I got closer, he he started to go down, but he's right there, and start moving closer, but as I get closer he may go down. It's just his head sticking out right there. And this is actually on the other side of the canal, on the other side of the camp, than where the other big alligator that I was showing you guys earlier. This is on the opposite side. But but it's just right there, just chilling by the grass, not doing anything. We get a few alligators, baby alligators like this every now and then to come around. But if you guys are ever wondering like if they ever come on the land or not, they don't. I've 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 had yet to see an alligator come like on the land by my camp. Now it is possible. It is possible. They could definitely come. They could go on the land as much as they want if they wanted to. But you never really see them. And I guess it's just because they know that they have people there and they just don't like to mess with it. But if you'll take a look across over here at that camp, the dock actually used to be a lot lower to the water. If you look, they're building a new dock right now on it, and right under that dock is another dock. And so you can see the difference of how low the dock was to the water. And there used to be alligators that used to go on top of that wharf all the time because it was easy to get to. It was right on top of the water, and they would just go right on top of the wharf and just sit there all day long in the sun. Alright, so I got this trap right here, and it's got a messed up cork on it, and I'm gonna just show y'all the difference of basically how we fix things on the traps and how we repair it. So got this one trap right here, and the cork is all messed up and chewed up, and then we got another cork right here that's basically new with new rope on it. So I'm gonna put that one on this trap, and y'all see the difference it makes. There's the new cork and rope on it. Not a big difference, but it doesn't seem like a big difference, but looking at the other cork and looking at this one with the new rope and new cork, it obviously looks a lot better. Alright, so it's been about 3 or 4 hours since we took a look at that gator. Obviously, after 3 to 4 hours, it's not going to be on top of the water anymore. But I just got a lot of stuff finished with all the traps, being that the season's going to be open right around the corner, coming up in a few days. Getting ready to leave the camp. Got my motor running right there, letting it warm up. And over there, that's where